Anyway, so we need to crack on. I want to focus on the main quest lines, I think. Because we keep getting distracted with stuffs. But I'm not sure where we're up to now. I need to have a look, see where we're up to. Mr. Bretson, how are you doing, sir? 46 months. Dude, I've not caught you live very much. I think, well, I've had a busy week, but I've just not caught you live, man. So, apologies, I've not been in the stream. I've not seen you live. How you doing? Mr. Steampunk, thank you for 23 months. You all settled over there now. Got the pets back yet? Do Santa's little helpers learn at school? What do Santa's little helpers learn at school? Lost me. You lost me. No dedication. Yeah. Indeed. Oh, the alphabet. Gotcha, right. You're going in there with a dad joke. I see what you're doing. So I hadn't realised we'd gone into cracker mode. Like cracker joke mode. Jonas, thank you for 20 months. Right, we've got the mind place thing to do. Let's have a look if we've got any more clues. Muse from abroad. Oh my god, we've got to try and remember the whole storyline now. Hang on, let's have a look at John's diary. Documents. Okay, can anybody remember this storyline? I feel like I've had a brain transplant since last week. After 3 times failing my driver's test, finally passed, was able to drive to Tokyo. Nothing like throwing yourself on the wrong side of the road driving. Dude, you're on the right side now. Well, you're not really. You're on the left side, but whatever. It's all great. Enjoy. Welcome to the left side. Thomas Norton, born in 1840, graduated, started work at home, position of military commissioner. Oh my god, I need to get my head back into this story. Pen evidence. Yes. The last thing we had was chatting to Nicola Bernadotti, wasn't it? The gang leader. I remember. We was in that building chatting to him. A hard worker in his youth, it grew towards hatred around the world around him, raised in a poor family. Bernadotti and his men had tattoos in the same style. The tattoos are most probably a code that represents different ranks in a tightly structured and secretive criminal organization. Yes, this mission started off in the basement with a stolen painting, didn't it? I remember. You get used to it, Brett San, and then suddenly when you go on the right side again, you'd be like, whoa, this is weird. Bernadotti's offer. Mr. Bernadotti claims that the British envoy had sent his man to obtain both the painting and the photograph from Mercurio, but when things at the flat got out of control, he came to Mr. Bernadotti for help. Furthermore, Mr. Bernadotti claims he never ordered anyone to be harmed. Bernadotti's man was originally hired by a British envoy, the defiler captured on the photograph. Being blackmailed by Mercurio, the envoy wanted to obtain the evidence used against him. Now Bernadotti wants to use the photograph to blackmail the envoy. Bernadotti offers me a deal. I give him the photograph so he can blackmail the British envoy, and in return, Bernadotti will obtain a home and a legal citizenship for the abused refugee woman and her child. Okay. What about all the other refugees in the camp that he's, like, abusing? What about that? Or do you just not worry about that bit? Okay. Mind Palace. Let's have a look. Neela is the woman in the photograph. So she's the refugee. I found the woman from the photograph. She's a young African refugee named Neela. The curious painting, which was stolen from Vogel's gallery, is at Bernadotti Company Limited. Yep, we saw that in Bernadotti's offer. Promises to give a home to the abused woman if I can give him the photograph. So can we click them too? Yes.
I cut my finger shredding cheese, but I think I have greater problems.
Oh my God, Fuzzball. Well, thank you for that, sir. Thank you very much. You actually made somebody laugh. Victim of violation. Neela was violated and very nearly kidnapped. First of all, I must make sure that she and her baby are secured. Okay, so we need to go and visit her again? Even though we already did? Why does it say Mind Palace again? We've already done Mind Palace. Oh, wait a minute. Stolen painting. There we go. Blackmail material. Bernadotti wants to gather proof of the envoy's crimes in order to blackmail him. Whoa, we're drawing conclusions. We are drawing conclusions. Firefighter, thank you for 83 months, by the way. This space is for sale or rent. That's all I have. You sound like one of those motorway signs, you know, when it says, there's like a sign by the side of the motorway. It says, rent this space. Yeah, because nobody else is. It's that good. Have I missed anybody? Steampunk Plague Doctor, 23 months, and Jonas with 20 months. Thank you, guys. All right, what's this say? Ooh, Bernadotti wants to blackmail the envoy. Mr. Bernadotti knows how to turn a situation to his advantage. When he learned of the envoy's forcible violation, he saw an opportunity to gain greater power. He has offered me a deal, the photograph in exchange for a happy life for Neela. Oh, I think I disabled them. Oh, hang on. You guys can't vote because I think I disabled the extension last week, didn't I? Hang on. Extensions. Oh, man. Yes, I did. What was it called? I need to find it again. Sherlock something. Sherlock Holmes Investigate Together. There it is. Configure. 1 second. Sherlock Holmes overlay done. Right. I think. Okay, I've set that. You should be able to refresh your browser or app or whatever. If you refresh it, you should see the Sherlock extension if you want to vote again. The envoy is despicable, and Bernadotti is trying to take advantage of the situation. I cannot trust either of them. Only the truth will resolve matters. I must give the photograph to Vogel so he can make everything public. Ooh. Unexpected collaboration. Bernadotti is a shady businessman, but his promise to arrange a happy life for Neela and her child was convincing. That is what matters now. Give Bernadotti the evidence to blackmail the envoy. I don't like the sound of any of this. I don't like the sound of any of this, guys. I can imagine, like, Bernadotti is such a sleazeball. He'll do anything. Like, it's so easy for him. Blame the envoy, get the envoy put in jail. He doesn't go to jail, and then just give Neela a good life, like one person out of 1,000 refugees that he's probably abused. I don't like the sound of it at all. I wonder if the extension's going to play nice. I don't know, Fremy. It's a bit hit and miss. It's a bit hit and miss, I'm afraid.
May I ask for your assistance? It's too bad there's no fine for asking stupid questions.
Ooh, sassy. Right. I don't know. We're going to have to vote on this. Parkston, thank you for gifting a sub to Conio. Really appreciate it, Parkston. No luck here again this week, but the voting with the chat interaction is a great idea. Yeah, when it works, it doesn't work for everybody. Is there anything else in the casebook to investigate? I think so. There's this. Thomas Norton profile. And there's this, Bernadotti's offer. So, that was the talk to a key person. Right, okay. So we know from this one that we need to go and talk to, is this one? Or was it this one? I'm not sure who we talked to. Thomas Norton profile. With his own cabinet in City Hall in 1878. Do you reckon Thomas Norton is in City Hall then? If we can talk to him, then we'd probably go to City Hall with this one. I think maybe we need to talk to her. Or do we talk to the envoy? I don't know. Don't know who we talk to for that one. Okay. Let's try City Hall. Let's see if we can get anything out of City Hall. If I can remember where it is. There's City Hall. Let's have a chat with the woman at the door and see if she knows Thomas Norton.
Have you found anything helpful?
No, I was hoping you could help us actually, but never mind. So he has a cabinet in City Hall. Archive. Chief Archivist. Thomas Norton. Hello, sir. Ooh, nice office, dude. That's photograph mode. Okay, you're gonna make me walk around there just to talk to you.
If you're here on matters of signing up for military service, come back tomorrow. Our department needs to straighten out some business.
Observe. Let's judge him. Let's be judgmental. Didn't sleep last night. Okay. Facial hair. No time to shave. Well worn. Never removed. Order of the bath. Right. Okay. Rumple clothes. Stays at work late. Oh, hello. Wine? As if. Spilled wine in his hand and just left it. Sure. Right. Is in remorse or is a party goer? A red wine stain on the wrist and his unshaven face indicate a lazy attitude towards his duty. The order of the bath looks quite worn. The man is proud of it and never takes it off. Wrinkled clothes and red eyes mean that he didn't return home last night. Instead of work, this man would rather lose himself in depravity and alcohol. Right. It looks like he's a party goer, but we'll let you vote. For those of you who can vote. Club Villain, thank you for 8 months. 1 more month to the Twitch, baby. Hope Paul is well in Chelmsford with Storm Arwen. Actually, we're not bad down here, to be fair. It seems to fizzle out by the time it gets here. Essex is one of those weird counties due to its location and the fact that it's relatively flat, that it doesn't really get big storms. Things tend to fizzle out before they get here. But I have seen it on BBC News, some of the shenanigans. B Sharp, thank you for 3 months. And AB, thank you for 2. Right.
Why are you staring at me like I'm a Madame Tussauds figure? Didn't you hear what I just said?
On my way here, I was wondering whether you might regret what you did. I tried my best to retain at least a shred of faith in humanity. I had hoped that you would hear her scream, see her face in your dreams, or at least once ask yourself how Naylor might feel.
Who?
Neither of my hopes were fulfilled.
Why are you here?
Punch him in the face? Why are you here? Bosh! I love it. What an option. Listen to what you say to send you to justice or show the photograph.
Do you recognize this man?
We definitely look alike. But you have the wrong person.
Really? Then you won't mind if I pass this along to the newspaper.
All right. All right. Is this about money, as you said in the letter? What kind of sum are we talking about?
I've never written a single word to you. Bribery, not my style.
So, that letter, it wasn't from you?
Well, it appears that more and more people in the city are finding out about your despicable hobby, doesn't it? You're in the clutches of justice, and very soon they will squeeze you. It's in your best interest to cooperate.
Fine. I suppose now we have a nice long talk. Do you drink, Mr...
Sherlock Holmes. And I do not.
Shame. All the best discussions are accompanied by a glass of whiskey. But out of respect for you, I won't drink either.
Respect? That's an unusual word in your mouth, Mr.
Where are my manners? My name is Thomas Norton, a British envoy in Cordona on a military mission. So, where do we start?
Where do we start? Who is blackmailing you? What happened at the party? You tried to steal the painting. Did you know Mercurio? Pretty certain it was him that tried to steal the painting and ended up murdering Mercurio. Mycroft, thank you for 39 months. Why are we here? I don't know.
The painting that depicted you in the image of the devil was stolen by a mercenary. Did you have anything to do with it?
I might be a rotten person, sir, but hiring criminals for illicit purposes is not in my daily schedule.
And buying the painting in an attempt to hide the crime, is that on your daily schedule?
What would you do in my situation?
I would never put myself in such a situation.
You're young. I could never have imagined myself in my current position, yet here I am in front of you. We all make mistakes, Mr. Holmes, and I'm no exception.
Boniface Mercurio, does the name mean anything to you?
He's an artist, right?
The one responsible for the painting that compromises you. I found him dead in his room.
Oh, that is bad. Wait, you don't think that I have anything to do with this?
You had motive to kill him.
Maybe I did, but listen. I know how this looks, but murder? That's on another level. I had thoughts that this Mercutio...
Mercurio.
Well, him, yes. I thought he could have been the blackmailer. But I was too afraid to make any hasty decisions. There were plenty of ways to fail by making a move, so I chose to wait. To see what he would do next. You have to believe me.
I don't believe people, I believe evidence.
Then look at the evidence.
Interesting. He seems quite firm about that.
So, let's return to the beginning. What happened at the party?
I vaguely remember that night. As usual at such parties, you meet people, you talk with them, they invite you to spend some time alone with them. What can I say? I got myself mixed up with the wrong company, and somebody must have mixed some psychoactive substance in my drink. After that, it's all blurry. I completely lost my sanity. I made a terrible mistake which I regret deeply.
You don't say. Do refugee girls often appear on the menu at those types of parties?
It's rather rare.
So you didn't attend the party to engage in an exotic experience involving a vulnerable woman unable to accuse you of assault?
I would never have planned such a terrible thing. What happened was just bad circumstance.
Jack Garrett, thank you for almost 3 years.
You mentioned blackmail. Tell me about it.
All right. A couple of days ago, I received an anonymous letter. It said that in the art gallery at Caravansary there exists a painting that incriminates me. The blackmailer made it clear that if there is a painting, then a photograph exists too. And I should be wary of what it might do to my reputation.
What does the blackmailer want from you?
Money, of course. What else do such people want? Needless to say, I don't remember anyone taking photographs at the party. Up until the last moment, I hoped he was bluffing. But he wasn't, as you've just proven to me.
Show me the letter.
I burnt it as soon as I read it. I've left enough evidence. There's no need for any more. Mr. Holmes, I've built my entire career on hard work and uncompromising dedication to the Crown. I made a mistake, but I'm not a villain from some cheap adventure fiction. By putting me behind bars, you will benefit precisely no one.
Rotting in prison is the least you deserve, but I have a better idea. You will make amends and help the ones you hurt.
Help the refugees and help Neil.
Use your connections to help patriate the refugees, find them decent homes, give them jobs. There must be a meaning to your position and my decision.
Yes, all right, I can do that. So, will you give me the photograph now?
That's not all. Naylor deserves the very utmost of what you can do.
Help the girl? I can't risk the press paying extra attention to her. I will do anything except that.
I need to think this all through. Don't do anything foolish in the meantime.
What makes you think you can decide what's best for these people?
Interesting. So somebody basically spiked his drink at the party so they could take a photograph of him, then do a painting of him, then basically blackmail him. And was that Bernadotti just to get leverage on him? The photo will ruin the envoy's career. Yes, and the envoy's offer. The envoy's interest in the photograph is pragmatic. If he obtains it, nothing will threaten his reputation. That's leverage, that is. Okay, right. Bernadotti's offer. Who do we need to talk to about this? Do we go and talk to Bernadotti again? He's not guilty. There's a few things that are at play here. Like, Naylor was taken advantage of, and that guy was at the party, taking advantage of her, but his drink was spiked, and then he was photographed. So he's involved in that stuff. But equally, somebody tried to steal the painting, and then end up murdering Mercurio. But he says it's not him who did that, even though he has motive to do it. So who did steal the painting? And who did commit the murder? That's the question. Was it here? I can't remember where Bernadotti was. So I don't know. It feels like it's going to be one of those moral decisions again as to who you put in jail. Still can't go in through the front door. I'm not sure if we're supposed to talk to Bernadotti or not. The Defiler is a high-ranking official. Badges such as these are usually awarded to high-ranking officials. A Defiler from the photograph might be one. Oh, we have a decision to make. Victim of violation. Neela was violated and very nearly kidnapped. First of all, I must make sure that she and her baby are secured. System sufferers. All refugees are victims of the system. The situation they are in must and can be mended. Oh my god. Is this like the Spock thing? The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Is this one of these things? Do we fix all refugees or just Neela, whatever? Let's see what you think. She is. She's one of many. I agree. Yay, Alex gets the vote. Your vote might make all the difference, Alex. It could be 52 to 48%. Could be that close. Okay. So what does this say? Merciless justice. The envoy can be neither trusted nor forgiven for what he did. Humiliation and ostracization from an outraged Cordona are the least he deserves. Give the photograph to Vogel so he can make everything public. Or Small evil for the greater good. Thomas Norton is a debaucher who has committed a terrible act. Even though he deserves to be brought to justice, I cannot overlook the opportunity to do greater good. Give the envoy the photograph in exchange for the refugees' legislation. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that is 100% a moral vote. But there's more stuff to do yet. Imagine being placed in that position as a detective, where you've got like the opportunity to put somebody in jail for what they did, or let them off the hook.
An amazing piece of culture. I imagine many collectors and museums would be interested in having it.
Not really sure why it just did that, because I actually clicked on the door, but whatever.
What a dull day, eh?
Don't mind if I just go
What
in
a
here.
dull day, eh? What a dull day, eh?
Yeah, it's still there. I'll go in there. Can we go back in his office? Dude, what are you doing?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Nah, fella. I got no idea about this.
What if from Yorkshire? What are you doing? Accounting? Can we
This
go
is it. This is where all the magic happens.
Yeah, we can't get in.
I opened the front door for you. Please, sir, do not linger.
No, you didn't. No, you literally didn't. I can see the front door.
If I give you the photograph, how do I know you will not come after me?
Mr. Holmes, you are not a threat. The local authorities owe me favors. For all your confidence, you cannot actually harm me. Besides, I like you and your approach to business. We are not dissimilar. Pragmatists to a fault.
Indeed, I cannot ignore the just outcomes in what you have proposed. All right, take the photograph.
Wait, what?
You are a hard man to read, Mr. Holmes.
Oh.
I couldn't tell if you actually had it.
Uh-oh.
Fear not. This decision will bear its fruits soon enough. One more thing, Mr. Holmes. Now that I have the photo, you may as well take Mr. Mercurio's painting back to the gallery. Please, send my apologies.
Can we unwind this? I didn't actually want to do that. How do we, I don't have a previous save room. I didn't save it. Oh, God. 11:39. Was that checkpoint? Maybe that was 11:38 autosave. Let's try that. Ghost Dragon, thank you for 15 months, and Rich B, thank you for 46. I didn't realize what I was doing. I thought I was just having a chat with him about more stuff. Where are we? Bernadotti's offer, envoy testimony. Are we? Do you think we're just at the point where we make a decision now? It kind of looks that way from this board. I think it's slightly confusing, this thing here. But I think what this is saying is go and talk to one of these two and either give him the photo or give him the photo. I think that's what it's saying. It's like decision time, isn't it? So we could just go for the vote and decide what we're going to do, I think. Oh dear. What's that? Hey? Studio. Yeah. Okay. So I think we need to. We're playing Sherlock, by the way. Yeah. Okay. We're just ending the quest, deciding who to blame. Yeah, you missed it all. You missed it all, dear. Basically, you either give the photograph to Bernadotti, the ringleader of the gang. You give him the photo, and in exchange, he's going to blackmail the envoy with it. Envoy, yeah, give the envoy the photograph, or give the photograph to Vogel so he can make everything public. So yeah, the envoy will then get scapegoated for the whole thing. Or you give the photograph to Thomas Norton, who was the guy who was the evil in the photograph. In exchange, he'll basically pass legislation to let the refugees have a better life. So you got this awkward decision to make. But luckily, I can just click that and then the chat can vote. Yeah, Mrs. Squirrel. She was watching Sherlock all last week, so she just got back home. I thought I'd try and help her out on where we're at, because we're about to kind of end this particular story arc. But it looks like we're saving refugees and giving the photos to the envoy, so that scumbag doesn't go to jail. But then the evil henchman doesn't either. Thomas Norton is a debaucher who has committed a terrible act. Even though he deserves to be brought to justice, I cannot overlook the opportunity to do greater good. Give the envoy photograph in exchange for the refugees legislation. Right, let's do it. Let us do it. Let's go back to City Hall. Chat has voted. Benno, thank you for 65. So we're going to give this guy the photograph. Stop going to those wild parties, dude, and make the refugees have a better life.
Have you thought it all through?
Almost. The refugees, what will happen to them?
Well, I wouldn't be standing here in this fancy office if I didn't know how to pull the right strings. In fact, it's the only thing I know. The local governor will receive a decree signed by the House of Lords containing a request to patriate the refugees in the name of the Crown.
From where did you gain such influence?
I never asked you how you found the photograph. So don't ask the magician how he performs his tricks.
But how can I believe you?
Ugh, I presume you do believe in my selfishness. The initiator of the refugee salvation will be none other than the British envoy, savior and protector of those in need. It's a win situation for me, too. Now, what about the photograph?
You deserve to be punished, but the greater good is what matters here. I won't bargain it for justice for Naylor.
I'm glad that this situation is over.
It will be over when you settle the matter of the refugees.
You have my word, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, your word. Achievements unlocked. Voice of the people. Vogel's Art Gallery invitation. Thank you for 67 Gasters.
Mr. Holmes, you've returned. Have you uncovered anything new about the theft?
I've brought news, but not all of it will please you.
Fill me in, Mr. Holmes. I won't shoot the messenger.
Mercurio is dead, or the thief is dead?
I tracked down Boniface Mercurio.
I presume he wasn't delighted about the situation?
He was not having a good day on account of his murder. Killed in his own flat by the same person that stole his painting.
Oh, sweet Mercurio. Perishing in the pursuit of his art. How apt. I will miss his exceptional sense of humor.
Dear me, what a thing to say.
I located the thief, but found him rather cold. He was tight-lipped about the painting, too.
Huh, he's dead. How very droll, Mr. Holmes. Warren presumes you were not responsible.
It was an accident at the refugee camp. He impaled himself on his own knife.
Life is nothing if not cruel and capricious. What about the stolen painting? Have you located it?
I found the painting, but I could not retrieve it.
Well then, where is it?
In Bernadotti's office.
Bernadotti? That shady businessman? Why would he steal it from me?
I'm afraid you'll have to ask him yourself.
I take it you found something more then. What happened to your crusade of truth? Was it not that important after all?
No truth will satisfy you, Mr. Vogel.
It was not an attack, Mr. Holmes. If you've chosen not to tell me, I respect your intention. But it is just rather boring, isn't it?
It is what it is.
Well, now that we've resolved all of our outstanding matters, I have a gift for you. I took the liberty of having it delivered to Stonewood Manor. I am told it belonged to your mother.
Previously you mentioned there may have been more to my mother's passing than consumption. It appears you were right.
Oh dear. I'd hoped to be wrong.
She was unstable, mentally unwell. She required sustained specialized treatment, but her madness persisted.
I knew that Violet had disappeared from the public eye, but had no idea of her suffering. I cannot imagine what you're feeling.
I'm fine. And what exactly have you sent me?
Frankly, I'm not sure how to answer that. I trust you'll know.
Thank you, Mr. Vogel. I am curious to see what you have procured.
Ooh, $80 and a package. Joseph Dawson, is everyone having issues voting? It seems revoking access to the extension seems to get it to work. It's hit and miss. Some people have it, some people don't. Some people it works one day and then not the other. Refresh your browser, maybe. Snipper, thank you for 71. Werner Vogel mentioned that he has a gift for me, something that once belonged to my family. It was delivered to the front door of my manor. Okay. Looks like it's a case closed. Where's our manor? Is it there? Stonewood Manor? Wait, who's this scumbag?
Mr. Sherlock Holmes, I presume?
Correct. With whom do I have the pleasure?
Emilio Estevaux. Happy to make your acquaintance. I am here on behalf of Mycroft, your brother. He's on his way to Cordona. In the meantime, he requests your assistance with a sensitive matter. My orders are to provide you with the details.
Next quest. So Emilio Estevez. I don't remember him looking like that.
You have my attention, Mr. Estevaux.
Mark Ridley, the son of General Arthur Ridley, is being blackmailed. Suffice to say, the compromising material is of a delicate nature. The matter is of no small importance to the Crown, especially given the status quo on Cordona.
What about the status quo?
The Ottoman population holds a certain animosity towards the colonial rule. It's been this way since we took over the island. General Ridley made concessions with their leaders, but I'm afraid we are still teetering on the edge of open hostility.
What does Mycroft want me to do? Retrieve the blackmail material?
No, sir, nothing of the sort. Mark Ridley is meeting the blackmailer atop the old city bridge tower.
Oh, God.
You shall observe from a distance, then establish the blackmailer's identity. Do not attempt to arrest him. We'll handle it from there.
Saving the best for yourself? Fine.
There's a cafe just over the bridge that provides a good vantage point. Please report to me when you are done. I'll be waiting for you here, and remember, discretion is of the essence.
So, one person meeting a blackmailer on top of a tower, whilst we observe from afar. Gee, I wonder what will happen. Right, where's my package? Oh, that's it. Giant box. Hello, is this the package? Not what I was expecting, like mermaid skeleton. Okay, and that's something to do with my mother, right? Thank you for a year, Shubham. Happy anniversary.
It's a bizarre object, and yet oddly familiar.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Flashbacks.
Did you just remember something?
Yes. A room full of curiosities and artifacts. I think I can find it in the manor.
I think we've unlocked a room in the manor.
So, you continue to pursue the imaginary. I had hoped you might have got all this out of your system by now.
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Get out of my house.
It's my house, actually. I've come to bring you back.
I have no interest in returning, let alone with you. I know you lied about Mother all these years, claiming she was merely ill, but she was unstable. She never had tuberculosis. She was not recuperating, but mentally deteriorating, and you never once thought to tell me. How dare you?
I shall not indulge this petulant tantrum. You can just tire yourself out and then slink back to London with your tail between your legs.
Just tell me everything. I'm an adult now. Show me the basic courtesy of an explanation. You know I will find out eventually.
The goal was stability, and that's what you got. The right thing for everyone was to try and move on from her passing.
The consequences of one's actions determines what is right or wrong.
Yes, exactly. The ends justify the means. After leaving Cordona, Sherlock, you had a normal childhood. In London, I was able to support you, guide you, shape you into a fine and productive young man. You have so much potential, so much to offer society.
But that's not the end. Now I found the truth, and it has shattered everything I knew about her, about you, and about myself. I feel unstable because of you. Your actions were not justified. Lying never is.
Oh, grow up, Sherlock. It was a white lie which has as much use in the realm of the interpersonal as the international. It is time you come to accept that some things are bigger than yourself.
Oh, you are full of it. You like to pretend you care about the big picture, but it's just an ego trip. You like knowing more than others. You like greasing palms and rubbing shoulders with the rich and powerful. You like having eyes and ears everywhere. The fact it helps the nation is incidental, because all you care about is yourself.
It's true. I have agents everywhere, including Cordona. If you weren't so damn stubborn, you'd realize that means I'm only here for you.
Dave M984, thank you for 86 months. Let's have a look inside. Mrs. Squirrel just brought me a cup of tea and a Malteser reindeer or something. Which room is it? The room of curiosities.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
That was the room we've already been in, isn't it? Mother's bedroom. We've already done this room, haven't we? Or have we? Yeah, we've done this room. Wait, where's this curiosity room then?
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
I guess it's not unlocked. He knows there's a room full of curiosities in this manor, but we can't seem to access it yet. We just know about it, I guess. Right, what have we got? Caught a glimpse of... Oh, hang on. I caught a glimpse of another memory, so we need to look for a picture. I remember examining bones, large and pale. Remember the reflections of the magnifying glass in my mother's voice. There was a room full of artifacts and curiosities. Must be somewhere in the manor's ground floor, near a rather terrible painting. Okay. Okay.
I remember returning home with a pair of perfect sticks. We wanted to turn them into training swords.
Oh, that's right. We stood there, frozen, staring at something huge in the main hall. It was a giant aquarium with a living mermaid in it.
Impossible, it must have been something else.
Living mermaid. That seems unlikely. Thank you for 31 months, Infernal. You're welcome.
Oh, of course, that mortifying hoax presently taking up space in our front yard.
Well, fine. Your memory's better than mine. But I'm sure we started examining it immediately. And someone else was around too.
It was my mother. She asked what I thought of the artifact.
You were really concentrating and holding something in your hand.
I inspected it with a magnifying glass and was able to confirm it was made of two different skeletons. The mermaid was a fake.
And so it was time to smash the thing. Your mother took a hammer and...
Slow down, John. That's not how it happened. I remember other people joined us. The workers took the artifact and placed it into the cabinet of curiosities. It became part of Mother's collection of fakes. She always said that the truth lies in the details. This mermaid helped me to learn that.
Oh, look.
Ah, yes. My mother's studio. She was an authenticator, and this was her cabinet of curiosities.
I never saw the point. What does it matter if some artifact is real or not? It still exists.
That is amazing. Look at that. Man, imagine walking around this room at night. That would freak you out. As if you've got like a tomb. Viking? Flippin' heck. Pretty cool.
I remember this cozy blanket. It was perfect for...
Wigwam! Oh, that was a joy to build them. Imagining ourselves as wayfarers on the other side of the world.
Is that it?
Watkinson and Holman, Chapter 1, by Wallace D. Oram.
Oh, Mycroft. He always acts so serious, but then reads tripe like this.
John, if I remember correctly, you couldn't put this book down. Another fake Holy Grail. Its owner claimed to be the heir of King Arthur. Scarcely believable. He also insisted a deadly rabbit was hunting him.
Exosverd Dragon, thank you for 90 months. That's a long time. Daddy to Angel, thank you for 49 months.
One of the most ridiculous fakes I ever saw. Its owner insisted it was a polar bear. He thought the white paint on the brown fur wasn't noticeable.
How many fakes has she got in here?
Mother said this was among the hunting trophies of a Scottish Viscount.
So he tried to persuade everyone that his forest was inhabited by these beasts. It would have been thrilling if it were actually true.
The full plate armour of Sir Robert Saunford. I was told my father won it in a wager.
That's amazing. Imagine
Armour
owning...
is armour, but look at his sword. Oh, how badly I wanted to wield the blade.
Imagine
Maybe he'll
owning
take
something
it
like
instead
that.
of your pistol.
A torn diploma found in the cabinet of curiosities. Someone deliberately ripped it into several pieces. Reassembled and translated, the diploma reads, "On behalf of the board of the University of Geneva, Switzerland, we, rectors of the university, noting that Mr. Otto Richter has undergone the test required by the laws and regulations, confer on him the degree of Doctor of Medicine, with the rights and prerogatives so attached."
Clearly, it was deliberately torn. Wonder why someone would do that.
Do you know, I need to find my degree certificate. It's in the loft somewhere. I haven't seen it for ages. Like years. I need to go and find it.
The Tulpa. Studies in Tibetan Mentalism. An impressive number of bookmarks. Someone was rather obsessed with this subject.
Indeed. Mrs. Holmes is a patient of considerable interest and an ideal test subject to explore some of my theories. I will attempt to repeatedly immerse her in the traumatic situation that precipitated her mental illness. It is my belief that reliving that moment may give her mind a chance to embrace what happened, accept it, and effectively cure itself. I'm confident in my hypothesis and merely need to prove it. Oh my God. Take the thing that's terrifying her and just keep showing it to her. In addition, it's fortuitous to be around the broader Holmes family. Perhaps we'll be able to also examine the heredity of psychological traits, be they competencies or disorder. It is already apparent that my family members share an uncommonly high intelligence. It appeared that Mother's condition has begun to affect the mind of the youngest boy, Sherlock. While I cannot conduct a proper medical examination due to the protectiveness of the elder son, it seems that the boy suffers ongoing hallucinations in the form of an imaginary friend, John. And he still does. And he's annoying. My dear brother. Letter from Otto's brother. I heard you recently arrived on Cordona. Have you come to see me? I do miss everything. Our evening conversations, even if we never agreed in our opinions. Cordona is home to a stunning new art gallery, which I visit every Thursday. Meet me there. Oh, and do not seek Klaus. I left that name behind. Okay. Is that a fake friend?
And this one was brought from a German museum. They claimed it belonged to Vikings. Nonsense, of course. Vikings never had horns on their helmets.
There you go. And with that, I shall eat the head of a reindeer. I must admit, that's a really terrible reindeer. That's not amazing. I'm sure they could have done better than that. Do you not think? I mean, I get the antlers on top, but what's the rest of it? What's all that about? Oh, it's mint, though. It's a mint Malteser.
The so-called mummy of a Persian princess. The defrauders did good work, but missed one small detail. It's the mummy of a man.
How do you know that?
Look, it's Roger. This jolly old man's well preserved. Even looks refreshed.
I doubt he drew much interest at the auction.
That's for the best. I'd be upset if he fell into the wrong hands.
It is nice though, Hannah. It's like a mint Kit Kat.
(1852), Bingley, West Yorkshire. This photo caused a lot of fuss. My mother spent some time to prove it was a fake.
Dear Mr. Holmes, please accept my deepest gratitude for your recent help with that personal matter. I shudder to think what may have happened were it not for your keen eye and sharp mind. Rest assured, should our paths cross again, you will be greeted by a grateful friend, His Honour Judge McDougal.
So many calling cards. Mycroft liked to keep useful people at hand.
Officer Luciano Placido, Police Cordona. Reliable and driven.
Reliable and driven. I recognize Mycroft's handwriting. Officer Luciano J. Placido.
What am I missing here?
Carefully opened. Dated 24th of April, 1869.
Who's it from? Mr. Mycroft Holmes, the Cordona City Hall writes to inform you the trial of Dr. Otto Richter into the death of Mrs. Violet Holmes has been assigned to His Honour Judge McDougal. Your application for a closed hearing has been granted. You are hereby informed that the prosecution has called you as a primary witness in the trial of Dr. Richter. You must present yourself at the Criminal Court of Cordona on the dates listed over leaf.
This drawer was always closed. Only Mycroft knew how to open it.
I remember we tried to break it open and spy on him, but alas, had no success. Maybe today's the day. Oh, Sherry.
Yeah, let's break in.
I'm starting to remember something.
The Master of Unlocking.
Oh, I remember these. We used them to spar together until Mycroft found out and forbade us from using real weapons.
Oh my god. Now that the cabinet of curiosities is open, I can proceed with my investigations. John proposed that we find our bedroom. I think it was somewhere upstairs. Okay, hang on. John asked if we can unlock Mycroft's drawer in the cabinet of curiosities, the subject of our year-long fascination. One morning we were children. John tried to spy on Mycroft to find out where he keeps the key. Okay, let's do that then.
Ah, the memory comes back. We snuck about watching him.
He closed the drawer and went to the hall. We were like two shadows crawling behind him.
He opened the door to the postman, and they exchanged documents. If it was a real postman, of course. The painting on the wall was slightly at tilt. He stopped and straightened it.
And put the key behind.
Then he threw some logs into the fire and sat in his armchair to read.
It's as boring now as it was then. I'm sorry, Sherry, but I think that's it.
Wait, John, we never use the fireplace in the mornings. What if... I think this is what we're looking for.
So basically, if the fire was on, he couldn't unlock that drawer because the key was in here.
A bit of juniper in the fireplace created a soothing atmosphere. It's the little things, isn't it?
Bit of juniper in the fire, eh? So I've now got the key.
We made it. So what's there?
Single malt whiskey. Mycroft's favourite.
Aged 10 years. Look at that.
Gifted by Queen Victoria herself.
Half a bottle of fine single malt whiskey, Mycroft's favourite drink. We found it locked in the drawer of the desk in the curiosity cabinet among a pile of important documents. Remarkably, it seems the whiskey was a gift of Her Majesty Queen Victoria herself. Blimey.
Otto Richter. Otto Richter. This one is rather thick. Mycroft can be truly dogged in his research.
Otto Richter is 45 years old, born to a respected family in Bern, Switzerland, unmarried, no heirs. Medical practitioner, graduates from the University of Geneva, Switzerland. Graduation was postponed a year due to a minor scandal on one of his placements.
Out of the way, I don't like the look of you.
Parents died of cholera in
How is Paul
1863.
today?
Only remaining
I just
family
want to
is
say
the
most
half-brother
times I
Klaus,
just
aged
watch-
35. Present whereabouts of Klaus Richter unknown. Last seen on Cordona. Older 95. Just want to say, most times I just watch stream and don't talk too much in chat. Enjoy your Sherlock Holmes streams. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying it, and thank you very much for the donation. It's really Rob. Thanks for 54 months. Enceladus 92. Scary.
Dossiers on the most influential people on Cordona. Mycroft always had a habit of building files on everyone he met.
Okay. After examining the cabinet of curiosities, I start to remember something from my childhood.
I used this ladder to look at the top shelf, right? On the day of Mother's breakdown upstairs.
Right you are, Sherry.
Okay.
We heard a noise. I can't recall of exactly what. And we didn't have a great view from behind the statue. Books and papers from the table somehow ended up on the floor. Now it's coming to the surface. I feel it.
Time to sit down and think about what happened. A recollection of the day I decided to play in the Cabinet of Curiosities. So, either you were basically throwing elephants at each other, or one of you was doing something? Making a pizza? No, we'll go with that for now. Seems a bit more plausible. One was running with a giant pole lance thing and the other with a shield, or that's more likely because he did say he couldn't see very much of what was going on. And then looks like Mycroft approached Dr. Otto with some evidence and said, "You're a fake," or something. Or the coat of arms just suddenly sprung to life. Okay, so I think that's what happened. They were watching, and almost certainly weren't playing because they would have heard something. So I think it's probably going to have to be that one. They were quietly playing. They heard a scuffle, came over here to see what was going on. And Mycroft had an argument with some evidence with Otto. Seems legit.
Come on, Sherry. Let's go outside. Wait. Did you hear that? Come here, Sherry.
You call this progress? Charlatan, amateur. I'm not letting you anywhere near my mother again.
So there was a quarrel between them.
Yeah, it all happened shortly after the incident in Violet's room on the April the 9th. Sherry decided to play with artifacts in the cabinet of curiosities, and of course I went with him. As a result, we became unintentional witnesses to the argument between Mycroft and Richter. Sherlock's brother was angry. He was sure that Dr. Richter had done something dubious to their mother and that it had backfired. He called Otto a charlatan. Yeah, that's where he's like replaying the trauma to her to try and fix her. It's like proper Victorian
I heard a noise
medicine.
in the hall. Let's check it out.
Mother said this was among the hunting trophies of a Scottish Viscount.
Thanks for the mouse click.
Sherry, look. We've got a parcel here. Hurry up and let's see what's inside.
Are we going to have to, like, go full Tom Cruise on this and go and put that face mask on? Mr. Holmes, I'm waiting for you at Kurt Mancio's mansion on Turquoise Lane across the Cordona Abbey in northern Grand Surrey. Come at once. If inconvenient, come anyway. Always your friend, VV. P.S. I sent you the appropriate outfit for this place to avoid any unnecessary complications.
An invitation that comes with a mask. We can't miss this, Sherry.
We're going full eyes wide shut right now. That's that one. Invitation from Vogel. Hang on, we've got more to do here, I think. Or have we? Maybe we don't. Mother's love. Mycroft testified against Dr. Richter. Something to do with the mental disease or the experiments? Suspicious psychiatrist. Mycroft did not like the methods of Dr. Otto Richter and did not trust him. I don't trust him either. Dave1562, thank you for 72 months, Dave. We brought tea. John and I brought my mother her morning tea on the day she died. That doesn't go with anything. There's a link between Sherlock having an imaginary friend and mother having mental disease that runs in the family. My mother struggles with mental disease, could well be hereditary and affect my mind and rationality. Dun dun dun. Okay. No more clues we can match. Jam tarts. Okay, there's nothing we can do here, but we have got this. I'm waiting for you at Kurt Mancini's mansion on Turquoise Lane across from Cordona Abbey in the northern Grand Surrey. Right, Cordona Abbey in the northern Grand Surrey. Where is that? Cordona Abbey. It's got to be that, isn't it? Oh, is it? John? Who's John? Oh. Oh, that's a figment of his imagination. Okay. Yeah, okay. Can you use the lad in the room? Actually, I don't know. We need to come back in the room just see if there's... I don't think there's any more we can do in there. Because there's no more clue things. No, the ladder doesn't really exist.
One of the most ridiculous fakes I ever saw. Its owner insisted it was a polar bear. He thought the white paint on the brown fur wasn't noticeable.
So you go to click the door and it throws you to that, gives you a dialogue, and you can't cancel it. It's great. Right, there's the Abbey. Wait if you're at Kurt Manshaw's mansion on Turquoise Lane, across from Cordona Abbey. Uh-oh, what did that do? Motor skills. 86 months. Good afternoon. Finally home and able to watch you since the NHS network didn't like Twitch. How dare they? I'm doing fantastic. Staying at my parents. On the downside is going to Manchester Royal twice a week from Cleethorpes for a 30-minute appointment. Dude, I'm so glad you're making a great recovery, man. Welcome to great internet again. Got to be this, hasn't it? Big posh place. Might need an outfit though. I'm curious as to what they'll say if we walk up and say, "Hey,
welcome to the Manchur's mansion."
Why is he not telling me to get lost? That's amazing. We can't go in like this. Oh my god! Look at this place. Oh my god. Looks like we need an all-black outfit or something. Wardrobe. Whoa, look at it. That's sinister. Prince of Darkness. Oh, that's so emo. Look at this. Can we put that on as well? Aww. I was hoping to put the mask on the outside. I don't suppose any of this matters. I mean, that's the thing. If you have like a bruised eye or one color eye different to the other or something like that, you still give yourself away. Should we go in with some eyeliner? Go proper emo on this? Okay, I think we're ready. Oh my god, that's terrifying. I think we should go out and talk to some people dressed like the Batman. Hey kid!
Are you able to help me?
I'm sorry, sir. I know nothing about that.
No? Oh really? What about you?
Can I ask you a question?
I don't know. Perhaps someone else can help you, sir.
They're being very calm. Hello, sailor.
May I ask you something?
That's not something I know, sir. Someone else might know more.
Oh, man. Excuse me, police officer. Do I look normal to you?
Help me, please.
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Look, that's just amazing. Oh well. Let's go to the party.
Help me, please.
I'm so sorry. I can't help you, sir.
No, you've got a very, very posh voice, though. Can't talk to the steward.
May I ask you something? I have nothing to hide, sir, but I've never heard of this.
Of what, sorry? You've never heard of the party invitation that we have? You've never heard of this? Okay.
Welcome, sir. I do hope you enjoy yourself.
Sure you do.
Enjoy the evening, sir. There is still plenty of time before the grand finale.
All right.
The grand finale. I'm not sure I want to know what that is. Oh, look at that. The purple lighting. The sinister boss guy. Level 99N boss right there.
What if I write an article about these people here? Can you help me gather information about Cordona's elite?
Oh my god, look where he stood. Why? Like, some of them have like weird Roman outfits on. Have you seen it? Sacrificial lamb. John asked me to look for information that he might find useful to write an article exposing the local elite. Okay. Oh my god, we can talk to everybody. Alright, start with you.
May I ask for your assistance?
I have nothing to hide, sir, but I've never heard of this.
I'm so excited about the event.
I'm hoping we can overhear some conversations, maybe. You know, when you get that little ear symbol. Mysterious aristocrat trains for a bullfight.
May I ask for your assistance?
Excuse me? What? I'm not sure I know.
I love the conversation sound bites.
My goodness, Sherlock. They made a blood fountain.
No, John, it's definitely not blood, just wine. Cahors at a guess?
The wine vapours from here will be enough to get me tipsy. I hope.
Let's just have a wander around.
Help me, please.
I can't help you with that, sir.
Oh god. We got cutscened.
Sherlock! Friend!
What?
I wasn't sure you'd come.
How does he recognise him? Maybe it's the particular mask with a tear on it or something.
I see you are not yourself.
The more time you spend here in Cordona, the more I feel it my duty to bring you into our world and show you all we have to offer.
And what is on offer today?
Pleasure, indulgence, relief, and relaxation. You've earned some time for yourself, have you not?
Those who know me would say I'm incapable of it.
Nonsense. I refuse to believe there is anyone permitted to know Sherlock Holmes.
Huh. You may be right.
Then free yourself from inhibition and expectation. The night is young, and so are the guests. You should try to enjoy both. It's not healthy for handsome men to spend every night alone, and certainly not in a house filled with such melancholic memories.
I must admit, my travels have proven more taxing than expected. I'm less confident in my life and myself. Time of relaxation seems a distant dream.
So can I tempt you with a physical aid to your moral consolations? There's wine, of course, something to smoke, or perhaps an artificial paradise? Yes, something more spiritual, a potentiator to sharpen the mind. A 7% solution of, well, that'd be telling, but you must try it.
That would be reckless, that would be pointless.
My mind is my most valuable asset, and a finely tuned instrument I will not risk impeding its function. My ultimate duty is to provide the world with truth, and I do that perfectly well as is.
Duty? You've never cared about that before.
Of course I do. Exposing a lie, revealing a fact, that is a moral responsibility.
That's not morality. Morals are what happens afterwards when truth collides with consequence. Do you ever follow up on cases you solved? Do you ever see what happened next, visit the victims, ensure justice is served in the courts? And how do you choose where to direct your attention? Are there not deserving causes to which your brilliance could be applied but isn't?
You ascribe me more power than I possess. I have a narrow skill set and work within that mandate. What occurs afterward is irrelevant.
With every action or inaction, you place a finger on the scales of morality. Many in the city would see you as abdicating your responsibility.
I haven't.
Not me, of course. Morality is subjective, just like truth. There is little to be gained from indulging in it, and far better things to indulge in. Now I must insist on easing any burdens I've placed upon your shoulders. Show yourself a kindness, and try this rather delectable concoction.
I'd rather take it for study.
If this solution truly does assist with thinking, then perhaps it would be puerile to overlook an opportunity to
Chemistry.
study it. I'll take it with me.
Yes, Sherlock. Very good. And now, our evening begins in earnest. I just remembered. I'm sorry, Sherlock. My mind's delightfully impaired. Please take this key. It opens the altar room, past the library.
Pardon? Altar room? What now, Werner?
Go quickly and find our Fabio. Only you can make him talk. I'll join you in a minute.
The altar room. Heyman, thank you for 60 months, sir. Happy anniversary. That bloke, really? I say.